Merry Christmas everyone, and welcome to a very festive meeting of the Tropical Rum Society. As always, I'm Matt, and you can see here that our advent calendar is all done. So, with a little bit of magic from Christmas, we're gonna try some Captain Morgan Gingerbread Spiced Rum. We've talked about Captain Morgan's original Spiced Gold rum before, so I'll leave a link to that down below because we're going to jump straight into talking about the Gingerbread Spiced Rum today rather than giving you a bit of a backstory of the Captain. So, let's go! Captain Morgan Gingerbread Spiced is a limited edition seasonal release from Captain Morgan, obviously, that is intended to be like a warm kind of gingerbread that's been baked just out of the oven, that kind of vibe to it. Apparently it's got a similar blend of spices as the original Spiced Gold, but they've added in a few other things to give it that gingerbread flavour. This is actually a rum-based drink because we're down at 30% ABV, so 60 proof, which is way too low to call this a rum, and it's actually even lower than regular Captain Morgan, which is 35%. According to the back of the bottle, this is best served neat or with some cloudy apple juice, and I don't have any cloudy apple juice, so the way that we're going to be tasting it today is the way that it's intended to be drank anyway. Before we get to the tasting, let's take a look at the appearance. You can see here that the bottle is instantly recognizable as Captain Morgan's, and I'm pretty sure they've actually just used their regular bottle and then swapped out the label for this gingerbread spiced version. We still have that awesome embossed glass, including the ship that's on the back, but we've taken that label and made it a little bit more festive with the gingerbread barrel and the icing motif all around. Now, I do think Captain Morgan missed out on a prime opportunity to put the captain in a Santa hat. Considering he's already got that red outfit, it would just tie in so well. Other than that, everything else that you see here is pretty standard for a Captain Morgan label, so let's get it into the glass and see what it looks like in there. Let's crack this one open and get it into the glass. Now, I've been doing tiny little pours for the advent calendar, which you should go check out if you haven't seen those videos already. But let's find out if that's taught me anything about how to actually pour a small amount into a glass. Just pop this in here and look at that. Probably not as small as the ones from the advent calendar, but definitely improvement on the full-size bottles. It's not a huge amount to say on the color of this one or the appearance of it. Very similar to the actual Spiced Gold we've looked at before. Very much probably not a natural color. I think there might be some artificialness to this. Still a nice goldish, reddish brown. Nothing wrong with it. Let's have a taste. They have done really well in getting this to recreate a gingerbread sort of flavor. That smells fantastic. There's still a slight indication of those original spices that you would see in a regular Captain Morgan's, but this is strong on the gingerbread. And the team that put the flavor together for this, kudos to you. You've done a great job. This completely overpowers any sensation of alcohol that you might expect to find in here. I mean, it's only 30%, so it's probably not super hard, but if you were to have this without knowing it was a rum, I'm pretty sure that you would just think that it's a gingerbread flavored liquid. Now, all that being said, it is a very artificial kind of gingerbread flavor. It's not really making me picture gingerbread cookies that you've pulled out of your own oven in the kitchen at home, but more like when you open the plastic packaging on a mass-produced gingerbread man. That's the kind of smell that it's giving me here. Don't get me wrong, it does smell really delicious. I enjoy those mass-produced gingerbread men, so let's have a taste and see if it's like that in a glass. That lines up really well with what I expected from the smell of this. I think these flavors might have been mixed in after the rum was produced and might not be the most natural of flavors, but it's lining up super well and there's not too much alcohol in here to really break through that. So the taste and the smell are pretty close together. Interestingly, it's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. I was picturing that this would be like icing sugar basically when you tasted it and it would be overpoweringly sweet. They've actually managed to put a nice balance together. There's a fair bit of sweetness there, but it is offset nicely by that gingerbread sharpness, so it actually comes out pretty mellow and pretty smooth. There's a little bit of warmth to it as well, from something that tastes a little bit like a cinnamon that's kind of giving me a tickling sensation on the tongue. Obviously there's a strong ginger component in there as well. Overall, that's come out very, very nice. I reckon that would taste even better if you were to warm it up a little bit. It would kind of be like a fresh baked cookie that's just come out of the oven and you've got that temperature warmth to it, but in a liquid form. So after I finish filming this, I'm definitely going to go give that a try, and that might be my drink on Christmas morning. It does definitely still taste like a pretty cheap rum. because it is a very cheap rum. The aftertaste of it definitely brings out more of those original Captain Morgan notes. They seem to stick around in the mouth a little bit longer than the gingerbread flavour does, but overall it's very easy to drink. Not a problem with that at all. Final thoughts on this one before we wrap up and go get on to the Christmas joy. This one definitely brings out the Christmas spirit. It's warming, it's tasty, and it's just the right amount of fun to be perfect on a Christmas day. And it doesn't even matter where you are. If you're somewhere cold, heat this up a little bit. That ginger and warmth will just bring a little bit of extra joy to your Christmas day. And if you're somewhere that's already warm, well, you've got a rum. The warmest place that I can think of is a beach, and the best drink that I can think of on a beach is a rum. Would this be better with a touch more alcohol to it? Probably. But since this is so weak, you can use it for a quick nip on Christmas morning to start your day off right. That's going to be all for now on the Captain Morgan Gingerbread Spiced Rum. A big Merry Christmas to everyone and anyone who's watched these videos throughout the year. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I absolutely can't wait for things to grow even bigger and better, and from what I've heard, we might be getting a nice Christmas surprise on this channel for the next video. So stick around for that. Make sure you subscribe if you're interested to find out what it is, and I will see you in the next meeting.